Alrighty, everybody, and welcome back to another wonderful, fantastic, fabulous, depressing episode of the Pittbros podcast. I'm your host, as always.
Cause we the Pittbros.
Pitt Cavish, joined with my, what are you? You're my brother?
I am Laser Jazer.
I like this one better. The more prim and proper, a refined Jazer for your...
I am Laser Jazer. How do you do, good sir?
I had something and I lost it.
Wow, you were on fire already. You just came out the gate swinging, didn't you, today?
You know
How many? Three phrases that you're just like,
You know
woo!
I'm going to be bursting.
How many times am I going to have to save you tonight?
I'm going to be bursting through shit all night today. Oh, yeah.
I think someone needs to get the hook and pull and just pull you off stage.
Yeah.
But it's all right. It's okay. We don't want to get too down on you. We're all going through things. We're dealing. Pittbros are dealing with things.
Pittbros are sad bros today. Pittbros had a rough day.
It's like the Monday-ist Tuesday ever.
Oh my god. For sure it is.
Of all time. Of all time.
All time, eh?
Of all time.
All time.
So what are you thinking about?
How
was your Labor Day? Did you do much labor?
I didn't, but Labor Day actually this year fell on my birthday. So I did a lot of birthday things. I did what all people should do on their birthday. I slept until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I woke up and went to a Labor Day dinner that I convinced myself in my head was a dinner for me because I'm a narcissist.
Or you just think that people should give you things on your birthday, but which is natural. That's that's normal.
I appreciated dinner. Then went swimming with some friends from school, and then went down to Oakland and ate at my favorite pizza shop down there, Sorrento's. It's great. If you order like after 9 o'clock, it's $6 larges. It's a good deal.
Wow, that's $6.
$6 for a large.
That's like Domino's cheap.
$6 for a large cheese pizza. Then toppings, it's like $1.50 a topping.
Does Domino's still have the 555 deal?
It's 666.
Is it really?
No, it's order 2 or more of certain items for $6 each.
Oh yeah, because they couldn't make the 666 deal,
Yeah.
or that would.
But
be,
you can get like 10 items up to like unlimited amount of items, and then they're $6 a piece. As long as it's like medium 2 toppings, which is great. Or you can get appetizers or desserts or like
666. The devil's pizza. Ooh, the devil always eats 3 pizzas, and he always has $18.
Pickup only. The devil only picks up.
Actually,
Fuck delivery charges.
he actually leaves a pretty decent tip. So about $22.
But he delivers. He's kind of a nice guy.
But you better be under 45 fucking minutes.
Or your soul is mine.
Shang Tsung.
I think Shang Tsung would hang out with the devil.
I feel like they'd be best bros. Yeah. I wouldn't mind hanging out with Shang Tsung.
I wish
Shang
if
Tsung.
he could teach me how to like shapeshift into other people.
If he could teach me how to Dougie, then shapeshift into the Cali Swag District, and what they'll teach
all
us
of
how.
Them? Shapeshift into all of them.
Well, yeah, all of them, and then they would do the. I mean, we would do the.
I, which is we.
Yeah,
which is I am.
I am Legion. I'd be able to Dougie. I'd be the greatest Dougier of all time.
You would be Dougie himself.
I think one of the Cali Swag District kids is dead. Yeah, one of them died. Rest in peace. He's Dougie in heaven right now.
Dougieing up with Jesus and God.
He's teaching Jesus how to Dougie. He's teaching Jesus how to Dougie right now.
Walk with me, my son. I need to know. How does one Dougie?
My
son, how does one Dougie?
Tell me, son. How does one do this Dougie?
And he teaches him.
Well, let me teach you how to Dougie.
Oh, he just puts on. He's like, first off, Jesus, all bitches gotta love you.
Well, I am Jesus.
And then he just opens up the cloud just as a church full of worship.
Yeah, it's like a gospel, gospel choir.
I'd say there's quite a few bitches that down there. All right, next you got a Dougie. What?
I can't remember the word. I'm trying to like remember lines from the song, and it's really hard for me.
All the bitches love me.
Yeah. There's no messing with my Dougie.
Oh yeah, that's step 3, Jesus. Now that you got the Dougie down, now
there's no
messing with this Dougie. Anyone try to step to you about this Dougie, you gotta give him the business. Then just God comes down with lightning bolts.
It's incidentally how he died.
Dude, the guy who.
He's trying to keep it. Someone tried to mess with his Dougie,
and he got too real.
He tried to keep it real and caught a bullet.
Oh. Was somebody riding dirty with a lot of dirty bullets? It's a Stitches line.
That sounds fucking terrible.
It's a Stitches line.
Stitches is awful.
Stitches,
he's very. I think there's something about him that's wrong.
Him and Diplo just came out with a song.
No way.
Google Play. Yeah, Diplo beat Stitches. And it's the beat's alright, but Stitches it's not his best work. My favorite is still 24/7 because in that song he teaches you how to turn 10 into 20 chickens.
That's awful.
That's awesome.
I mean, I just like put that dick in your face.
I put those dicks in your face. Now what you gonna do with it? And
what you gonna do with it?
And then you what would you want to do with it?
He's taking it there,
I didn't say a word.
Taking it there.
I did not say a word.
Well,
there's a frown on my face too because no one wants to.
Yeah, but there's not on your shirt.
This is to try to cheer myself up. I wear shirts with smiley faces.
Oh yeah.
I get sad a lot. I try to wear shirts.
Oh yeah.
With smiley faces on them to cheer myself up. But when I look down, it's a frown.
Oh yeah.
What is it like? The Kool-Aid Man like ejaculating. His O face and sound.
Yeah,
his vinegar stroke.
Yeah, that was the Kool-Aid vinegar stroke. That's actually a drink that you can order. Kool-Aid vinegar strokes.
I don't like it.
If you think about it, it might be good. And I hate vinegar.
Yeah, I think salt and vinegar chips are by far the worst, and anyone who likes them is the goddamn
Like,
devil.
I'm convinced that they just like poop.
Yeah.
Like, they just like poison. Like, that shit tastes like hydrogen peroxide to me. Like, just, like, it tastes like some kind of chemical. It just doesn't feel like it shouldn't be in your body.
It's very disgusting.
It's just, like, the sourest, bitterest. It's like on the opposite end of good tastings. Like, if everything that is good is in the top right quadrant, vinegar is in the bottom left.
Well, there you have it, folks. Vinegar is Justin's favorite drink.
No.
Drink of choice.
No. I hate it. Hate it.
So I don't know if any of our viewers here are watching. Justin got new glasses.
Yeah, you know, I'm looking on the camera and I can hardly even tell. I mean, they're bigger. I guess they're way more noticeable on camera because the ones before are like way thinner.
Just skinnier. Like same width, but just skinnier.
The frames are skinnier, yeah. I don't think it's not the same. It's way. My last glasses weren't quite as big as these. These are bigger. The frames are skinnier, but the size of the lens is bigger.
No, I know that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying like it's the same width, like this way.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
They were skinnier.
Yeah.
No, like what was that guy's name? LeVar Burton. From.
I look like LeVar Burton now.
No, the other ones they were skinny, like his reading rainbow glasses.
Butterfly in the sky.
What would you do this weekend?
I can go twice as high. I think you're gonna finish it.
No, I
Let's take a look
in a book.
A reading rainbow. All right.
What'd you do this weekend aside from not celebrate my birthday?
I bought you a webcam that we're using right now.
Currently, if you haven't noticed, the webcam quality got significantly better.
I mean, we're not able to film it in 1080 because Corey's computer broke. We're in the process of upgrading our computer system so we can make it look extra
my
crispy.
Computer system, but it's just not mobile.
Yeah, it's just a gigantic.
Desktop.
It's like basically Arsenal gear.
It's the size of me.
It's sickening. I didn't think it was gonna be that big, and
it's a full size tower, bro.
It's a full size. It looks like an old school one that you like put the punch cards in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
It does actually a lot.
Like, it looks like a server. It looks closer to a server than it does to a computer.
It does. It's what you like. It's the size of like when you would walk into a room like you would assume like Google's server house would just have a million of these things, just these gigantic towers, just all stacked up. And it's one of those. But all right, let's get into some relevant topics.
Are you sure you don't want to talk about Dougie in heaven anymore? I think that was very promising. I wasn't sure if that was going to turn into one of our half-hour madness talks.
I think
That's the thing about the cold opener is it can last anywhere from 5 minutes to 45 minutes. It can last the entire thing. Where are we at? 10 minutes in? All right.
Yeah, we're doing good.
All right.
So what's first on the list? El Capitan. Secretary, please.
You can't call me Capitan and then call me Secretary.
You can have dual roles. God.
Yeah, we're understaffed here, so we have to wear.
We had a lot of layoffs.
We have to wear multiple hats. What did I do this weekend? I did nothing except I bought Metal Gear and played the new one. Well, I bought a bunch of them.
What's that called?
I bought a bunch of them.
You need to be specific for our audio listeners.
Well, I figure we'll go back to that. I figure we'll start with the other thing that we both did, which is we went to King of the Berg.
KOTP.
King of the Turds.
Number 5.
King of the Turds.
5 this year.
I've done 2 of them. One regular one champions one.
I've done none of them because I don't rap, unfortunately.
We tied for second place in once with one. Was it the first one?
Yeah, the first one, the very first one. And then they didn't release rankings aside from the winner. At the
champions one.
They said runner up and winner. That was it. Joe got
Complex said that you could go get your scorecards, and I just didn't.
Yeah, well, unless everyone posted their scorecards,
yeah, that's
true.
Be
able to rank yourself amongst anybody else. But so this is actually pretty good. It was one of the better ones in my opinion. I thought it was a really good turnout, really good crowd. Everybody did good. I was a fan of a lot more of the acts. Although I was very distraught. The lyrics from one of the groups, I can't remember which one it was. It was I'm quoting here. Life's a bitch, and I'm gonna put my hands on her.
Yeah. Wow, it's so funny that everyone noticed that line.
That stood out to me. Haley was
Life's a bitch, and I'm gonna put my hands on her.
Haley pointed it out to me. I was like, yeah, I remember that actually. What the fuck?
Me and her were talking about it. That's why we met. You were filming them probably,
yeah.
And we both noticed it. I was standing beside her, and we were both staring off into space, watching, waiting for this hell to be over. And then that line came on, and somebody else was talking to me. And then I snapped my head and looked at her, and we both looked at each other at the same time, like, did he just say that? Yes. The answer is yes. Yes, he did.
Sometimes life's a bitch, and
I'm gonna put my hands on her.
You gotta put your hands on her. No.
They were pretty good though. Honestly, their music wasn't really even.
Do you remember which one?
It was very hype. It was the guys with the one with the strap.
It was the overall guy?
The overall guy.
Oh, see, we didn't think it was the overall guy. We thought it was...
what was that group? I don't know which...
We thought it was a group after the one that happened... he was in a pirate hat, or a pirate shirt and a bucket hat, black pirate jersey and a bucket hat, and his buddy was wearing a white T-shirt.
Oh, yeah, it was him. Yeah, it was one of those two.
We think it was... I thought it was overalls at first, too.
It's definitely one of those two groups.
I like to think that guy was wearing painter's overalls because they were bright white. And,
no, well, you can get... They make them extra big like that.
No, not that they're big. They're the bright, like painter overalls are super white.
Yeah, but it reminded me of like Aaliyah wearing Ralph Lauren.
Yeah, but maybe I don't know. Maybe he's just a painter. I mean, Corey showed up in his work clothes.
That Aaliyah Ralph Lauren swag was pretty awesome though in the '90s.
I was young in the '90s.
You were just a babe.
I was a babe in the '90s.
You should look that shit up. She was so fine too. Aaliyah was very, very beautiful.
Isn't she dead?
Oh yeah, she's real dead.
That's what. Yeah.
She's dug in with Jesus right now.
The other Cali swag.
The guy that we don't remember. I think his name is like T-Bone or something.
I think his name's Douglas.
Hey, my name is Doug. Let me teach you how to Douglas. Teach me how to Douglas. Teach. It's just this white guy in an office. and he has like all these old ladies doing this together, and it's like,
everybody, I'm Douglas.
hi, I'm Douglas. Let me teach you how to Douglas.
Is this part of my job description?
And it's not anything like the Dougie. Like, it's just some simple hand movements that all white people can do perfectly, like the electric slide or the Macarena. It's closer to the Macarena probably.
Yeah.
Hey, let me teach you how to Douglas.
And then they need a song that tells them how to do it while they're doing it, like every other famous white person dance.
It's electric.
Slide to the right.
Oh, the Casper slide. Yeah, the Casper slide.
3 hops this time. Douglas.
Two Dougs.
And then it's just like, they just have some real
Two
hood.
Dougs. And they just got like two guys, like it mirrors him with the tie. Like he's wearing a tie and everything. He's like, two Dougs. The actor that I would pick to do this would be the guy that is the announcer in the commentator in the Jackie Moon movie, Tropic Thunder. No, not Tropic Thunder.
Richter? Oh, no. I know what you're talking about. He hosts the
He's in a million things.
He had one show on Comedy Central for a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Got canceled
Review.
real fast.
Yeah,
Canceled real fast. He's very funny.
Andy Daly, I think his name is.
Yeah, that is his name. He'd be perfect to be Douglas.
Oh, yeah, he'd be perfect. Hi, I'm Doug. I'm going to teach you how to Douglas.
And it's real on beat. Like the rhythms are perfect. Like he's on beat, but
he should be accompanied with a super hood gangster ass dude that just like does the callbacks for him.
Or he should,
three up, like DMX. Is
yeah. But the beat shouldn't sound like a modern beat. It should be like real like 80s on like Casio keyboard. Like all the beats are on there. That'd be hilarious. Oh my god.
That would be really good.
Let me teach you how to Douglas. But all right.
That would be the funniest call fucking tag. Let me teach you how to Douglas. Hi friends, it's Doug here. Let me teach you how to Douglas.
Hey, that'd be like the intro. It's like, hey, hello friends. I'm gonna teach you how to Douglas.
Hey,
I'm gonna teach you how to Douglas. And then there's ad libs. You know, like how Gucci has like it'd be like,
hey,
hello,
Burr, I'm cold.
How are you?
DMX on the track. We're the hood.
Please and thank you.
Take it, X.
He's
X gonna give it to you?
Yeah, he's dead.
DMX is dead?
No, he's not. He's just on. He's in jail again. Actually, he's in jail again.
Oh man, me and my buddy Dan we were at the most. All right, so I'm 23, and all my friends are around my age. We went to the birthday party, and me and Dan are going to try to get like pretty fucked up, and so we bring a case of beer and some other stuff, and we're ready to rock, and we get there, and it's just like the most quiet adult party. Like this is like I imagine what we do in our 30s, and so me and Dan look at each other and we're like, we gotta get this thing bumping. So we put on DMX, and everyone left the room.
No way.
Yeah. Put up me and then me and Dan just fucking chugging.
You guys
beers
sound like you were
back
being
and forth.
nerds though too.
Nerds. We put on Where the Hood At.
What up?
That's pretty much how it went.
Rest in peace, DMX.
He's not dead.
Rest in peace. In memorial. So what's going on, Douglas? I'm more into the Douglas. I think I'm pretty into that. I think that we should make that a thing.
It definitely needs to be a thing. We need to find the right person locally to do it.
Let me teach you how to Douglas.
Hey, friends.
Let me teach you how to Douglas.
You put your right foot up and then your left one up, and now you're hovering in the air and you fall down. Whoops.
That's the Douglas.
I'm making this up as I go.
I'm the Douglas.
I'm Doug.
Hey.
What's your last name, Doug? Douglas.
Hey. Thank you.
Pretty girl.
I'm Doug. Let me teach you how to Douglas.
Where are all of my women at?
You gotta keep it. He wouldn't do that. He's not interested in women. He's terrified of women. He's terrified of women.
He's an asexual.
He's terrified of women. If they would have, I mean, he's interested, but he's terrified of them.
Don't.
He's more concerned with his
the Douglas.
with the Douglas.
With his dance career.
Yes.
Come check out my dance studio.
The voice kind of reminds me of Coach Z from
but without the
Homestar.
accent.
Without the Canadian-ish or Chicago.
My job.
Let me teach you how to Douglas. Let me teach you how to Dorgless.
Let me teach you how to Dorgless. Coach Z, how come you don't dance no more? That's because he's out Dorglessing.
Just give me a chance to do a hip-hop dance.
I miss Coach Z.
Give me a chance to do a dance.
The Roger Rabbit, the Cabbage Patch,
And the Douglas.
the Running Man,
And the Douglas. The Douglas is going to go down in history.
It will.
Well, we're going to make it its own dance. And
We gotta figure out. We're gonna bring on some of the greatest dancers of all time to come in and craft this perfect dance for white people.
we'll get Mario to do it.
Mario Quinn. Then we'll get him. We'll get I feel like we know some other dancers.
Brandon Jaworski.
We could get her in too. We could get who else do we know that dances?
MC Hammer.
Children probably. They're good dance. They'd be good for white people dancers.
Girls.
Not too many though.
Oh, yeah. Douglas will get uncomfortable.
Douglas.
You don't want to make Douglas uncomfortable.
Dougie or Mr. Doug cannot.
Hey!
He cannot be too, because women will try to make it a more sexual dance, and that's not what Doug's about.
Yeah, there is no booty shaking in the Douglas.
No, twerking died in 20.
In 20 Douglas.
20 Douglas. This is the year of the Douglas.
Twerking's dead. Everything's dead.
It's all about Douglas now.
Dubstep's dead. Twerking's dead.
EDM, please die.
Miley Cyrus is dead.
Good.
She's not dead. She's very much alive.
I know.
Oh yeah, that reminds me of something. We'll get into that later. We'll teach her how to Douglas later.
All right.
But I guess it's all about the Douglas.
All right.
All right.
Well, we might revisit it as things come.
Yeah, we're gonna put the Douglas on the shelf, and I think the Douglas, because we're gonna want to beat it dead. We can't talk about the Douglas for 40 minutes. But it's definitely good. But I might as well start going to the thing I just thought about.
Now that we're halfway into the podcast, though, I will say
This podcast is brought to you by the folks.
fine people at Pittsburgh. People, I always fuck that up.
Yeah, you do it every time. Just stop. Let me do it. Just stop.
I like that.
At PLPGH.com, people of Pittsburgh getting hard. We will fist your anuses for.
I take it too.
For. Then you start doing rock'em sock'em.
I'm
fisting.
shadowboxing. I'm shadowboxing.
Rock'em sock'em.
Taking it.
Cow punching.
You said anal. I'm just sitting there. I'm working on my
Here at PLPG, are you still putting that animation in there, or did you lose it? You lost it.
I did lose. Well, my computer broke. I lost it.
You lost everything and you shit your face.
Hey, but we didn't even mention it in the last podcast, so it's all right.
This podcast brought to you by the good people at POPGH.com. People of Pittsburgh getting hard. Where you can find all the local music and amateur pornography that you can find. Run.
Question: why is Lil B on here if he was with the Pack originally?
Because he became a solo artist in between the Pack and this.
So
The Pack was like 2006 or 7.
2009 is when Vans came out. Got my Vans on, and my car came out.
Oh wow.
Because I was just showing it to Haley the other day.
Oh 9? No. I was in high school for In My Car.
I swear they're on the Vivo channel.
I am 100% that I was in high school for In My Car.
I know I was.
But maybe not
some
Vans.
version of Grey.
No, on Vans too, because I remember freestyling to the Vans beat with Nick Boucher In My Car. In my car. You alright? I'm ready for a Corey Wrong. Who's ready for a Corey Wrong?
I just looked this up with Haley the other day.
But I lived it. I lived this. Got my Vans on, but they look.
I'm looking up In My Car right now.
All right, well I'll do
Pack,
Vans.
Vivo.
All right, well I'm gonna.
You ready for this?
2007, bitch.
2009.
Vans is 2007.
October 2009.
That's when it was uploaded. That doesn't mean that's when it came out. Things get taken off and put back on the internet all the time. Look at artists, the Pack, Stomp the Yard, 2007. All right, I'll do. You got to Google it, not just YouTube.
I said the YouTube video. On
Oh
Vivo
no!
said,
I said when it existed, dude. Don't pull back.
No,
you were wrong. That's wrong.
Do the replay.
I don't give a shit. That's wrong.
I said according to their Vivo.
You start
page,
owning up to when you're wrong.
It's 2009. I said according to the Vivo page.
Yeah, but you're wrong. I told you that wasn't true, and then you fought that point.
But I'm saying
you're wrong.
All I said was that.
It
doesn't make me.
Or that's a wrong, bro. That's an official wrong.
That's not.
You can deny it as much as you want. You want to live a lie, that's fine.
Because
in my car, in my car, also 2007. Everybody, zoom in on that. Core is double wrong. That's two wrong. Moving on.
Yeah, so we want to talk about some of Miley Cyrus for a second.
Oh yeah, did you see that music video for her new song?
No,
Do
I
It.
didn't get a chance to do it. I started the first 10 seconds and then I
have to show you that, dude. The song is pretty wild and like not. It's really noisy and shitty. It was produced by Wayne Coyne from Flaming Lips, the singer. Okay. So it's very like noisy and weird, but it's also very club still, and like sounds very like Mike Will made it at the same time. So it's like if Mike Will made it and the Flaming Lips fucked. That's all this beat is, and the song's kind of shitty. It's simple. It's about something about smoking weed or something. But the video is just her, and it's a close up of her mouth singing. And she's like got like gel with glitter in it like all over her face, and it's really disgusting. And there's like pouring milk all over and like all this weird. It's really, really weird. It's pretty artistic though, I would say. It's creative at least. People probably won't get it. That they don't like get what its value is. But it reminds me of like Lou Reed drinking the Pepsi bottle in a music video. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if you've ever seen that, but that's like a classic thing, and I think this is very similar to something like that. I'll have to show you. It's pretty wild. It's pretty fucking wild. Justin Bieber and that's the thing I want to say is Justin Bieber and Miley Cyrus are doing things. They're turning the corner from being just straight pop, like just no musical value whatsoever. I'm blocking my face with my hand. But for no musical value whatsoever, just being for little kids, just trying to make music for people in their 20s, because now that's what their demographic is, and they're not going to be able to. They're too old to relate to 14, 13, 12-year-old girls anymore. They're too adult for that now, because their images are tarnished, because one's a sexual demon and the other one's just an asshole. But I heard that song that he has with Diplo and Skrillex, Justin Bieber, and I really liked it, mainly because of the production. But I mean, his voice he's never had a bad voice, you know. You can't say that either of them have bad voices. They just make bad music. And then he has that newest song that's not bad. It's not bad either. And if you think about it, like all pop stars come to this point in their life where they have there's two roads, like successful young teen tiger beat pop stars. Like Justin Timberlake had this road. Like, do I either start to make good music and be legitimately taken seriously as an artist, or do I continue to make bubblegum music and probably fade into obscurity because kids won't relate to me anymore? And he did, obviously made good music.
Can't over Timberland.
And I feel like Britney Spears is somebody who wasn't really able to do that.
Yeah. I mean, she went like the hypersexualized route.
Yeah, but that was early. That was before Timberlake did his did his good shit.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking about like the Toxic music video. She's literally naked. For one
yeah,
of the
yeah. That was all about like spectacle. And Christina, you know who survived? I feel like longer than Christina and Britney popularity was Pink. I think she always came back. She kept having comebacks.
Yeah. She kept like getting radio hits.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Britney Spears had radio hits, and Christina probably had some too. Even though Christina's the best singer out of all of them. I'm really getting into this pop discussion right now.
Christina Aguilera from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, she is.
North Allegheny.
Yes, she is. And she didn't pick that Mia Z girl for her team on The Voice. And Mia Z is from Pittsburgh.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
People were pissed off at her.
Why? Because she picks a Pittsburgh.
She didn't pick a Pittsburgh person.
Oh,
she passed on her. Pharrell, I think, took her or something. I don't remember. I didn't watch that show. Someone just told me this. I don't want to soak up information. But where's I going with this? But yeah, it's interesting. So, because everyone was like, after all the goofy shit that happened to Bieber, it was obvious that his career was over. And there's only one thing that's going to save that, and that's make good music. That's it. If he makes bad music, he's done. Because nobody likes him. Because that's the only thing that nobody likes Kanye, but Kanye makes phenomenal music, album after album after album. Kanye, you could argue, doesn't have a bad album.
I didn't really get into Yeezus that much. But
I thought I didn't like it at first, and I went back and listened to it recently. I have it in my car. It burned in my car, and I like it a lot. I don't like it as much as Dark Fantasy.
I think Dark Fantasy was a masterpiece.
Yeah, that's my favorite. I don't like it as much as College Dropout, but it's definitely in his... I don't know where I'd put it. I honestly don't know where I'd put it. It's just its own. It's weird. It's just its own thing. Because I like, as much as I thought Bound, remember, Bound? Like, I thought that song was weird, and the singing and the video was really weird. Yeah. But it was different. And now, I went back to it, I'm like, Bound is a really good song. Like, the way the musically sounds, there's, no drums to it at all. Like, it just, I don't know, there's something about it that sounds really cool. And he uses like some of the beats on Yeezus are like 9 Inch Nails-y. Like the opening track is very it sounds like a 9 Inch Nails instrumental, like shitty. But because Kanye probably made it. I'm really excited to see what his next album's gonna be like. I think this is gonna be a big moment for him.
Especially he's been shit talking a lot.
Well, yeah, he's making speeches because he knows he's the god, but he knows everyone hates him.
So I feel like his next album has to be great to solidify what he's
just had
even more.
He just had 2 great ones in a row.
Well, I just mean all right. So Dark Fantasy came out, and he didn't really he always said he was a lyrical genius and shit like that. And Yeezus came out, and then after Yeezus is when he started spewing I'm the greatest rock star of all time. I'm the greatest this and that and all that. The past couple years,
he is the great. Well, no, he's not the great. I don't think he said the greatest rock star of all time. I thought he said he's the greatest rock star on the planet, currently. Which you could argue that.
Yeah.
You're
probably right about what about Planet versus. I thought you said all the time, but you're probably
right. People inflate not you, but that's what people get it in their heads that he's so much worse than he really is. But he said that, and everyone Noel Gallagher from Oasis freaked out. A lot of British people said that he's an asshole or whatever. But I mean, if you think about it. Is he wrong? Whose music do I look forward to the most? That's a current artist. That's still a relevant current artist. I mean, and that's huge. That a lot of people care about. Kanye West.
I'm trying to think of anybody that all the people I'm into
their primes are over.
The most recent records have been pretty bad.
Yeah, I could say Linkin Park, but their recent record is their worst.
I thought Living Things was their worst. I thought Living Things was way worse than The Hunting Party.
I need to listen to them both more.
Living Things is pretty god awful. It's like pop EDM.
All right, well, let's not rehash the old shit.
Sorry,
because I know you could talk about it. We could.
That's something that I can talk about. I know things about them at least. But with that said,
but I don't know. It's interesting. But he probably is. He probably is the biggest rock star. He's the most influential because he calls himself the Black Beatle. He does say some shit like that, which is pretty insane. But if you think about the longevity that they had, that the Beatles had, and you think about and how many hits and how their impact on music and all that, I mean, I bet you in 25 years when he's done, people will look back on all the shit that he did. As much as he's an asshole, they're gonna still be like, this music has changed music. His production and his what he's put together. He's blended hip hop with other things. That wasn't rock. That wasn't just as obvious as blending it with rock music. I don't know. I was wondering if it was doing that because it's not, my computer's not plugged in, but I think it is.
I think we're good. But, anyways, yeah, very in depth with that. I don't know that much. I'm not as into Kanye. I like his music when it comes out, but I've never really dug really deep into it, so I don't have too much to say about it.
But that's the one thing about him is that most people have probably listened to a good bit of his, like they've at least heard all of his singles.
Yeah, I've heard all of his singles. Probably, most likely heard all of them, especially at least in the past like 5 to 10 years. But
when you've heard all of Dark Fantasy and
I've listened to all of Dark Fantasy. I picked at Yeezus for a little bit because I was hyped after Dark Fantasy, but I wasn't that into it. I feel like Yeezus came out really quickly after Dark Fantasy too.
Well, and I remember it was talked about that he kind of slapped it together. Like it was it was made in like 48 hours. Like he had the bare bones of it put together, but not much of the lyrics written, and he went into the studio with Rick Rubin and just finished it.
Oh wow.
In like a few days.
That's crazy.
He is Kanye, and it's considering if you think about that, it's like probably like a mixtape for somebody else, but it's Kanye. He's not gonna give out music for free.
Yeah. Didn't Lupe just drop a new mixtape?
Yeah, I didn't listen to it. It was like harkening back to his like old mixtape series,
his
Fahrenheit
ruts.
9/11.
Yeah. Back to his ruts.
Or Fahrenheit, whatever it's called. Oh, then the other thing I've been doing, I guess we'll move on from my pop music rant that just took half the podcast. I've been playing the fucking Metal Gear, man. I can't stop.
Which one?
The new one. The newest one.
Metal Gear Solid 5.
Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain on the PlayStation 4. Get it at your local GameStop. Yeah. Is that what you wanted me to do?
Yes. So the people know which one it is. That'd be relevant.
Well, and I went and I already had Ground Zeroes, but I got frustrated and never beat it, even though it's not very long.
Yeah, I beat that shit in like 2 hours.
I beat it in like under 2 hours.
I did some of the side missions.
I didn't even know there was side missions.
You can get about 6 hours out of that game if you play every little bit of it. But you can also beat it in about a half hour.
Well, I'm probably gonna go back then if that's the case, because the shit that you do in Ground Zeroes carries over to all the you can save all your points and they go to
the hiccups
to the Phantom Pain. It's just like its own map. It's like it's isolated map.
Yeah, I liked it. I just because Ground Zeroes ends with this just amazing climactic cutscene, and then you're just like, that's it. I hardly played this game. That's awful.
Yeah, the cutscene I feel like comes so soon. Like I think what happened for a lot of people if they played it like me is they played that main mission, then they saw the cutscene, and then they're like, "Well, I'm done," because I don't have any reason to go back.
Yeah, you can go back and do all the side missions.
Yeah, but people were playing for that cutscene, and I think, and that's what a Dude Soup, I heard Adam say that. I was listening to their episode when they talked about Metal Gear.
Yeah.
And man, this is such a good game, man.
I really want to play it. I play Ground Zeroes, but it's just like a teaser.
I've never seen a game so involved. Like, I mean, it's taking the Grand Theft Auto idea of detail. I'm gonna give you every little fucking detail possible that has to do with living in a city and being a criminal. Or just doing whatever you want. Yeah. Whereas this is every little single fucking detail about being a soldier, being like a spy or whatever, like an operative. PCMs. Yeah, there's a lot of political things like with the private military companies and PMCs. They're called PFs in this game, private forces.
Okay.
And I don't know, they link it in history, like how Big Boss changes history, and all these private companies are created because inspired by MSF from Big Boss. And I've always liked the series because of the political aspect of it all.
Yeah.
But in terms of an actual game, like this one is definitely. I remember I was telling you that I was getting frustrated and it was hard, and I think I suck at it. I'm much better now. It's just you have to get used to the style now and not relying on a radar to save you.
There's no radar?
No, there's no radar.
Oh, man, that sucks.
There was no radar in 3.
There was kind of one.
if you like tapped on the L3 or whatever, you could do the sonar.
So how do you gameplay wise? How does it play akin to the most recent one, 4? Like, is it like 4 or is it like
4 is because 4 is still like the difference is like the biggest difference to me is you know how L2 and R2 open up your weapons, your items.
I thought it was the ones R1 and
R2. Whatever button it was, all your weapons and all your items. Yeah. That's gone. Oh. And that's like that's like
the staple.
I know, and that freaked me out at first. I didn't like it at all.
Didn't Ground Zeroes have that?
No, it didn't have that.
Man, I played Ground Zeroes when it first came out, and then didn't touch it ever since.
I just played it right before. I played it right before I played the new one, just so it was like the demo. It felt like, and that's what it was supposed to be. It felt like the tanker mission in Metal Gear Solid 2, or it felt like
a standalone thing.
Yeah, or it felt like the demo of Metal Gear Solid 1. Like that's what it was.
Well, the thing was that people bitched about just because you had to pay $30 for it when it first came out.
Yeah, $30 is steep. I paid $15 for it, and so
you also bought it like a year later.
Well, yeah, I did buy it a year later. So that for that price, it's not bad. $20 I could see. But yeah, I don't know. It's a fantastic game.
Yeah, I really am excited to get it. I'm gonna get it on PC if I ever have money. I'm waiting for my Steam card. That Haley got me a Steam card, but she didn't give it to me yet. So I'm waiting to receive it. So I can buy
That's
it.
bold. You're willing to say her name on the podcast.
Why?
Significant others on the podcast. I don't like to say names because then they'll know if you're with them or not. You know, like I don't want to say I'm with somebody, and then 3 podcasts later, I'm like, oh, Sandro's over. And
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because that could have happened
to
me.
And then DeMarcus came over.
Yeah, and Jeffrey came over and put it in my butt.
Okay, see, I'm trying to cut back, and then you're doing things like that. I was told I
put it in my butt,
and so I cut back.
I love you, Jeffrey.
But
everyone, when for some reason on the phone, everyone thinks that I say my name is Jeff. It's like, hello, hi, this is Justin.
Oh, hey there, Jeff.
Hey, what's up, Jeff? That's what everyone responds with. Hi, this is Justin. How can I help you? Hey, Jeff, how's it going? I'm like, not fucking Jeff.
Not well. Seeing as Jeff's dead and I'm Justin.
Everyone at my last job would call me like Brian or Jason or David. Or
why?
I don't know, because I just stopped correcting them after the first couple of weeks. And then I'm very sure it got to a point where no one knew what my name was.
I want to keep the trend of
Josh. I got a lot of Josh.
But I want to keep the trend of Metal Gear real quick. While we in this last we got 3 minutes left. So, what's your all-time?
Show us your dick.
Really?
I'm trying to make it wrong. I'm trying to raunch it up for Dad at the end of the episode. Our dad told us that he hates our podcast because it's too disgusting. It's too vulgar.
Anyway,
that's gonna get me fired.
It's gonna, I don't know.
All right, continue.
Anyways, what's your all-time favorite Metal Gear game?
It's either 1 or 3, obviously.
But which one?
I think it's the first one. I think it's definitely the first one.
I'd have to agree with you. It's just something about it that's perfect to me. There's something about that entire storyline, that gameplay, because you're not.
I think 3 is just as perfect.
You're not sure, but I feel like 1, you're not shrouded by all the trying to connect dots and convoluted storylines.
Yeah, the storyline is very fresh and new to you,
and it's very like even when you play it to the day, with the references to the other stuff, it's very cohesive, and there's not like you get it, you get the story. Like you don't need to have played Metal Gear 2. But
you can argue that for 3. You don't need to have played it.
Technically, you don't need to play anything for 3 because it's the first.
It's the first one. You don't need to play anything for that.
But I think, but 3.
I think that's what makes it the other one that you could say is the best one.
Yeah.
I think that they're 3 is a really, really great game, and the first one's obviously a really, really great game for the time when it was new. Changed gaming. Both games changed gaming. But for me, the reason why I would say equally they're great games to me, like the same, but I would choose the first one because of the nostalgia factor, and like the first time I ever played PlayStation was like putting the demo in, like playing that demo like it was a real game.
Oh man!
Like I never we would play everyone who had a PlayStation who didn't own the game played the demo like it was a real game. because it was very long. It was a long demo.
You had to play until you got to the roof.
No, it was to the DARPA chief.
Oh yeah, what? Holy shit!
Yeah, it was the whole way to the DARPA chief. It was far.
That is I remember it now. That is a super long demo. Man.
I remember playing through that demo so many times.
Yeah,
it was so much
too.
fun, and I think that's what people were forgot about when Ground Zeroes came out. Like I know that they paid for it, and this was a demo, but just because like when I was a kid playing through, that's all you had. So you would play that again just to do all kinds of different shit or mess with the guards or see if you could catch them in the toilet or whatever, like just to mess around. And that's what you do in Ground. That's what Ground Zeroes is meant to be. It's a playground. It's a test of the engine and it show you what the game's gonna be like.
You could argue that Ground Zeroes doesn't have the same wow factor that Metal Gear Solid 1 had. There's something about that setup
because Metal Gear Solid 1 didn't have any expectations.
Yeah, also, but like the way that the gameplay and everything was set up, because you have it was a linear play, a little. Yeah, I mean you could move freely within this spot, but it wasn't open world like the new one is. And so the fact that you had to get from point A to point B stealth wise and strategically while still within that very small confines, was I thought was very, very cool. And then, like, when you get upstairs and then they could see your footprints in the snow.
Yeah, that was cool.
But you have to stay within that area, and you have to figure out a way to, like, fuck with the guards.
That was the thing that was cool. That's what made I can't talk. What's what makes all of those games great is the subtleties and all the little details that they put into those games.
Mm-hmm.
Like being able to follow your footprints, like that wasn't in other games.
Yeah,
and now it's it's a staple in games.
Yeah,
like the guards were able, like they were stupid, but it was the way that they thought. Like it was their AI was actually really cool for the time. Like the way they would think and they would process the things like and then they'd follow the footprints and you could lead them to the wrong place or whatever.
What was that?
What was that noise?
Yep, it's a great time. It's a great game. But all right, we've reached the end of this journey.
I know. I wanted to talk about Hideo Kojima, but we'll save that for another day because I think he's a god.
Hopefully, you'll have beaten the game by next week, or
the game is really long, man.
Yeah,
I'm 3%. 3%.
Well, that could be like counting every single
It does, but the side ops I guess are parts like you got to do side ops too to unlock the story.
Yeah, I mean, probably the core story will get you to 50%. I'd say.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't heard of a single outlet that's beaten the game yet, and it's been out since like last Thursday.
The videos on IGN of the guy is pretty far now.
But like, it's still like no one's beaten it yet.
Yeah,
these people are playing it as far.
Well,
as
no. You know what? No, one of the IGN guys did beat the story. But he didn't beat in the game because he said that there's so much extra shit to learn. Like not the main. He's like the credits roll, but after the credits roll, you keep playing and there's more story past it.
But I don't know. Kojima will be coming for you to find all your little hidden goodies.
He's in the game, I guess. You can rescue him.
Really? That's cool. All right, everybody. Well, this is Pittbros signing off for another fantastic episode.
Fantastic Four.
No, that was an awful movie. Don't compare us to that. It flopped. It's like the 4th all-time biggest flop.
It's a terrible movie.
Yeah. But all right, everybody. We'll catch you next week. Say goodbye, Justin.